my thing, okay, I understand balancing the doshas and elements is important, but how can I start to balance my lifestyle?
I like to use the lens of the Ayurvedic time clock to give some...
Super important.
Yeah, just to give some structure to someone's life, to start to see what time of day is associated with which dosha, which elements, because then we can innately plug ourselves into the rhythms of the world. And that's what Ayurveda is doing. It's tuning us to the elements. So in an idyllic situation, Vata's from 2 to 6, so that is when we would start to rise for the day, to do our morning practices. I wake up every morning and I scrape my tongue and I oil pull. I swish oil around. It's a good way to get rid of bacteria from the night before. I sit at my altar and I meditate, and then I do some yoga, some movement. So I also don't really talk to people first thing in the morning, because it's a time where it's best to just go in and connect with ourselves, connect with our prayers, really take that time before we start getting into a more active time of day. Have you ever slept in till 10 a.m. or later and then felt even more lazy for the day than rested?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because you'd be sleeping through the hours of kapha, where if you add kapha type characteristics to kapha, you get more. So sleepiness, lethargy, depression, heaviness, and then sleeping through those hours creates more of that. So it's actually an ideal time to do some strong physical practices, to do your yoga asana, to work out, to have your first meal of the day. We want to be counteracting the lethargy that can happen with kapha at the beginning of the day, because we want to have a full, healthy, radiant day. Then from between 10 to 2, we're in the middle of the day where the sun is the highest. So we're in pitta hours. It's a really amazing time to be productive, to do your life work, to do your errands, to do the computer work, the emails, the tasks that need to get done in terms of productivity. It's the best time of day to have your biggest meal, because our Agni, our digestive fire, is strongest. Like they say that the Agni is like the sun is the highest and strongest. Our digestion, if things are in balance. Then from 2 to 6, again, we're back in Vata. So we're just cycling through this. So at that time of day, we're beginning to shift gears. We're not so much like starting the day and awakening practices. So we're wanting to cultivate practices that balance Vata and enhance the gifts of creativity, intuition, connection with self. So doing more creative work. Then we go through sunset. So Vata is also, let's say 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. are sunrise and sunset, give or take, depending where you are in the world. But those moments of transition when the sun rises or sets can create Vata imbalances, yet it's also a potent portal to meditate and to go inward and connect with the divine. Then we're back to the 6 to 10 p.m. range. So again, we're cycling through kapha. Really good time to enhance the gifts of kapha, which is nurturing, connection, cooking, having a meal with your family or friends, doing these gentle, nourishing activities that take care of our body, that take care of one another, massage, reading, snuggling, connection. This is all great for during that window of kapha, where we're wanting to just, take a hot bath, things that are going to enhance those nurturing qualities and grounded stability moments of kapha. Have you ever had that spark of additional creativity? I know I will get tired 8, 9, and if I stay up, which a lot of times I do stay up beyond 9 p.m., And if I get into like 10:30 or 11, it's almost like this second wind of creativity hits. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, claro que sí.
Yeah.
Sí, sí.
Yeah. So it can be an amazing portal for artists and creators and writers to, you know, create and expand, because we're back in Pitta, which has a lot to do with imagination and transformation. Yet for long-term sustainable health and well-being, it's ideal to be sleeping during those hours so that your body can transform the day's activities. So that's the basics of the Ayurvedic time clock, which has helped me to just give some structure and awareness as I do my work, just to see, where am I supported? The sun, the stars, the moon actually supports certain activities depending on the time of day. So to line myself up with those energies creates more graceful flow.